Aubameyang could be a necessity to Christie 95 next season. I will say this though, with the manager changing, we have to keep an eye on it, because one of my golden rules, and I do break it for certain players, Salah was one, Ibrahimovic was one the year before. If something changes at a club, I generally don't like to jump on it too early in the season, purely because I don't know if the new manager will do well. You could, of course, have like the Moyes effect at Man United. Will another manager come in and take over that Arsenal side and be good? That will be something we'll have to wait and see about. I'm hoping, because he's only played half the season, that Aubameyang might go under their radar and be a decent, cheap option. But, I mean, if we have a look at all forwards, if we consider he wasn't even around for the whole season, I think Aubameyang's on the first page. 87 points for half a season. Beating players like Benteke, Abraham, who was considered an option at the beginning of the season, Niasse, who people considered, Gray, people considered not far behind the likes of Barnes, De Poitre, the youth Callum Wilson, Marcus Rashford, who I thought would be a great transfer in, and did score but then didn't do anything after that, which was annoying. But what I would say is, for me, Kane and Mohamed Salah, as far as shots on goal, are just head and shoulders above the rest, which we will cover when there's a lull in the questions. Would be I could actually set the parameters to see from when Aubameyang moved, what his stats compared to Kane and Salah's. If we look at goal threat, total attempts on goal for the entire season, 184 attempts on goal by Harry Kane, 75 on target. That is better than Aguero's 80, better than Lukaku's 75. Sorry, total attempts. Sorry, Aguero's on 94, Lukaku's on 86, Firmino's on 84. Big chances total, Kane 39, Aguero did have a lot less games but had 28, Morata 28, Jesus 27. Shots on target, Kane 75 to Aguero's 42, Lukaku's 42, Firmino's 37, Morata's 34, Lacazette's 34. Minutes per chance, Kane is head and shoulders above the rest. But if you look at him compared to Salah, total attempts 184, Salah had 144. He was much more clinical. Shots inside the box 113 to Kane's 122. Big chances total 39 to Salah's 43. Salah actually had better chances than Kane did. On target 66 to 75. Minutes per chance, Salah was lower, but shot accuracy was higher for Salah by 5%, 45.8 to 40.8. And goal conversion, 16.3 for Kane to Salah's 22.2. Now, the reason I'm thinking Aubameyang could be someone that we consider is, if I can go game week range, and let me just figure out some parameters. If we say game week, how many games did Aubameyang play? If I can find Aubameyang. Aubameyang's had 13 appearances. So I could go back 13 game weeks from game week 38, but I think he was rested. But if I did go back 13 games, that would be game week 25. We can just do that as a test. So game week 25 to 38, if we put that as a filter for strikers. So total goals, Aubameyang got 10, Vardy got 10, Kane got 9. As far as attempts, Aubameyang got less than 31 to Kane's 51. As far as big chances, however, Aubameyang got the same amount as Kane, 14 apiece. On target, 22 Kane, 19 for Aubameyang. Shot accuracy, 61.3 to Kane's 43.1. Goal conversion, 32.3 to Kane's 17.6. Aubameyang will, in my mind, be cheaper than Kane next season still. So Aubameyang could be a better option. And then you could bring in the more expensive midfielders, because the likes of Sterling, Sane are going to go up in price. Potentially Firmino's going to go up in price. So Kane may just be a little bit too expensive if you're bringing in Salah. But Kane, again, is head and shoulders above the rest as far as the amount of chances he has. So if he can improve his shot accuracy and goal conversion, Kane could return back to his FPL royalty status. As far as Salah, if there was anyone even close to Salah this season, it was Raheem Sterling, 18 goals to 32. That's still a 14 goal difference. Total attempts, Eriksen actually had the most attempts after Salah, 144 for Salah, 97 for Eriksen, Richarlison with 95, but he proper dropped off on his goal conversion. But that's one to keep an eye on. If he can find his form or confidence again, we could be looking at him. De Bruyne actually with 94 attempts on goal, which is fourth. Sanchez with 88, that could potentially increase at Man United. 87 for Sterling, Pogba 76, Son 75, Mahrez 73, then Hazard at 71 and Arnautovic at 71. But Arnautovic had good goal conversion and shot accuracy. As far as big chances in total, Salah again easily above the rest, 43. But it's Sterling who comes second with 26. Then we've got Mane at 19. He could potentially come to the forefront next season and have a better season. He was a bit in the shadow of Salah. Son, game time risk unfortunately because of the players that Tottenham have with Lamela and Lucas. Richarlison again, 17 big chances, but he just really didn't do that well as far as goals. Zaha, 17 chances. I think he may increase in price a bit. 9 goals in total for the season. So that's pretty impressive for Zaha. Arnautovic 14, behind the likes of Silva, Ali and Sanchez for big chances total, but he scored more. As far as shots on target, Salah again still top, 66. Eriksen with 39, De Bruyne with 39, Hazard with 36, but it looks like his conversion was pretty poor. Mahrez with 36 as well, Sterling with 34, Son 33, Arnautovic 33, Sanchez 32. Shaqiri's one to look at. If he goes to a club and he's a good fit, 31 shots on target. He got 8 goals for the season, 69 total attempts. If he can improve those numbers at another club where he's maybe more suited to be playing at, that could be of benefit to him. Ramsey's always one to keep an eye on if he can nail his place in his side and keep fit. Zaha, 26 big chances in total as well. Then shot accuracy. I mean, out of the top performers, Hazard actually had the greatest shot accuracy, but his goal conversion let him down. Best goal conversion other than Salah is... And by the way, just for the record, both Hazard and Mahrez had better shot accuracy, 50.7 and 49.3 each, to Salah's 45.8. Arnautovic had better shot accuracy as well. Even Iwobi had better shot accuracy, but 26 appearances. But goal conversion, 22.2 for Salah. So when he did get it on target, he was the best out of the top players. Then it was Raheem Sterling at 20.7, which isn't a surprise. And then after that, you're looking at Hazard with the best goal conversion, which is surprising again. But he had less shots, of course. And Mahrez also with decent goal conversion. Son with a decent one. And Arnautovic. So they could all come to the forefront next season, be alternatives. If any of those players are significantly cheaper, the ones I've mentioned or talked about, than the other ones I've talked about, I would definitely be looking to bring them in to my sides.